Alright, so here's some background on Laudandus and Gravy. If you guys don't know, I live with Laudandus, but we actually play like maybe an hour a month. We moved together. We moved in together at the time of Big House, like October 1st or something, and I've definitely played him less than 10 hours since I lived here, and that was over 6 months ago. Um, I'm actually meaning to start playing him more, like in the extremely near future. I want to be more in the grind. I want to actually be serious. But we don't actually play that much. However, we live in the same house, so we talk somewhat often about the game. And I see him play other people. Also, he kind of lives in his own area of the house, so he doesn't interact with the rest of us that much. I'll say, as a player, his strengths are kind of like hard to pin down, because his thing is that he doesn't really do that much adaptation. Like in a set, he more adapts between sets and like takes notes, really studies, kind of like PP. Whereas in NorCal, most of us are about like adapting from stock to stock and less about overarching game plans. Gravy, on the other hand, is like the hyper modern Falcon. All this theory craft about optimal punishes, and I'm a pretty big fan of his in terms of like his execution. I think he does a lot of really cool stuff, and I also am super jealous of how clean his Falcon is. I haven't seen that many sets of him against people he hasn't played, meaning like out of region. Most of what I've seen is against like Gatsu and Kobal and Plup. Pengi also. Pengi's a good Fox player. But I've heard that he's kind of weak at adapting, and I've watched the set a couple times. I haven't really decided either way. So I also was under the impression that Gravy was really good against Sheik. We'll see if I still think so after doing a more in-depth analysis. Okay, let me full screen this.
If Sheik is not...
I'm going to mute commentary because commentary takes away from your learning if you know anything about the game. And the commentary was really bad this set anyway. Sorry, Elemental Penguin Zane. I love you. And you weren't the worst of the two.
Not using needles?
Okay, so starts off with a pretty unsafe shield drop up air by Gravy. Could have gotten him grabbed. But I think to start out with something like that isn't that bad. Your opponent probably won't be ready for that at the very start. He gets a really low up air on shield right there. That was good, but here, I'm going to rewind real quick. He didn't like get the dash away or something. God, Melee's so fast. So much happens. Okay, he gets a nice grab. Oh god, it was really before all that? Okay, screw it. It's not that important. Yeah, he did a good up air, and then he got, like, slightly punished, but it's okay. Oh, no, there it was. So he got shield grabbed when it actually should have been safe. Didn't manage to smash the jab reset. Falcons really should be able to do that at this point. And he just kind of a really risky double jump nair there. I think that's a little bit lucky that he got away with it. But, again, when you're just, like, out of the gate, your opponent won't have like a good read on you, so I don't think it's a bad idea. Slick wave dash to the ledge right there. I thought up throw upper was guaranteed at that percent, and you think he'd be able to do that, but he's kind of shitting on Laudandus right now, so it doesn't really matter. He even though Laudandus managed to get out of the jab reset, he still got killed. Laudandus has a pretty terrible DI. I'd say that's a canonical weakness for most Sheik players. Sheik players tend to have really bad DI. Really crappy ledge guard there. I guess I could go back. Nah, it's not worth it. He could have done lots of things. It was bad. I like that back air. Very safe. Not that likely to work, honestly, but really safe. Goes for a cool shy drop knee, but had no chance of working. Maybe he wanted to go for an up air. Shy drop up air would have been really optimal. And again, that safe back air. Laudandus really doesn't have any read on Gravy. Just kind of getting wrecked that match. But he doesn't look too tilted, which is surprising. He tends to get pretty tilted pretty easily. Okay, just start by moving. I think that kind of favors Sheik a little bit because most of Falcon's opening in the matchup come from Sheik overcommitting. So if it's just kind of a standstill in the neutral, it can be worrisome for Falcon. Gravy's really good at those like turnaround or pivot wave dashes to the ledge, but honestly, they're not that likely to really get you anything unless you do something like a really quick ledge refresh, invincibility refresh, or maybe like a risky aerial. he gets to the ledge and then he does something safe, which is fine. It's better than doing nothing because it has a chance of working. Oh, Gravy went for a tech chase there, but Laudandus didn't land, and then Gravy does a pretty pussy ledge guard right here. Let's rewind. Okay. Laudandus tries to do something good, but he messes up. Gravy misses tech chase right there. Right here, see, Gravy. It's hard when you're above 100, but what really would be good there, what Lord would do for sure, would be a Scar Jump knee. That would cover that tech on the platform. If you're you have to have invincibility at this. You have to have invincibility to not get hit by the poof. That jump was kind of bad. He could have gotten punished, but then Laudandus messed it up. So I really didn't like that ledge guard sequence from Gravy, but all in all, it didn't really matter, and it wasn't like terrible. I could see what he was thinking, and it was supposed to be pretty safe. Gravy not contesting the ledge at all there. I think that's fine. Just contest it if the Sheik makes you, but you don't have to be in a rush to. That said, if you want to, try to get a quick kill, you can mess up Sheik at the ledge. Gravy's already shown how good he is at stealing the ledge in general, or wave dashing the ledge. Okay, this was kind of a bad sequence by Gravy. Okay, I don't know why Laudandus up there. That was really dumb, like super dumb. Charging needles all the way up there. Okay, right here, Gravy does regular getup, which is good. But then he back airs. This is a really bad choice. With any character, I don't care, even if you play Fox and you can down smash or whatever, you should just wave dash to the ledge. Just get in the habit of doing that, because if you wave dash to the ledge, they have no chance of coming back no matter what percent they are if they up B like that. And right here, Laudandus does a really good up B to Randall. Sheiks and Peaches tend to be really bad at getting Randall, but he managed to get on just fine. Not sure if that spot dodge is intentional. It's kind of, I think it was probably good and intentional. Would have dodged the knee. And he gets to the ledge safely, and Gravy manages to get a stomp. Let's see if that was good. Okay, I don't think you should be able to stomp out of shield when she ledge hop aerials, but I mean, stomp out of shield, honestly, really high reward, so not a bad idea to go for it there. And he also, knowing Gravy, he's pretty good at like getting out his aerials really low to the ground when he needs to dash away afterwards. So it probably would have been fairly safe. I don't think he would have gotten shield grab. I might have gotten shield grab. He missed the stomp there, and then he spot dodged. If you hit, let's see how many hits of down smash he took on his shield. Yeah, so he took 2. If you shield the guy and only get hit by 1, it's super easy to punish it out of shield with a stomp or a knee. Stomp being better at 0, I would say, for sure, because it guarantees a grab. No chance of smash DI or whatever. Okay, that's really important. That was and just in general, naring in the corner is a pretty poor option. You do want to protect your space in your corner to not like rush your way in, but Nara has a lot of holes in that you can get crouch cancel and punch like Gravy did. Like, watch this. Oh, see, he literally gets hit between the hits after a crouch cancel, even though he was spaced really well. And even if they don't crouch cancel, they can still just like slap you between the hits, maybe trade with the second hit. It's just kind of bad news. And then looked like a panicky jump from Gravy. I think he jumped too early and got down smash for it. Laudandus is really greedy at the edge, so he tries to get kills like that. Surprised that Gravy got shield grabbed like that. Like I said, he's a really clean Falcon, so I think his knees would be safe. I don't think, by the way, I should just say, I don't think going for that knee was a terrible idea. Sometimes going for a knee when somebody's in the corner is actually a pretty good idea. People think it's random, but you can really read, people's forward movement or their jump or whatever. Laudandus is kind of all over him right now. I like that ledge guard that Laudandus tried to get, but he just didn't quite time it right. See, okay, this position is really bad for Falcon. I like that. I mean, Gravy did 1 there, but he didn't do anything too stupid. Like, first of all, Sheik's crouching right there. You can't like hit her with a rising aerial, so you have to do something late, like a stomp or a knee, which she can stuff with a tilt, and she can generally react to your stomp or whatever. She could even like dash away and then dash in and grab a stomp. So I don't know why Laudandus shields right there. I don't know. Maybe it's a. I have no idea why. If he was crouching, he'd be really safe. Yeah, he'd be super safe and he could react. He thinks he has bad reactions though, so maybe he was like reading a stomp. Maybe I've conditioned him to think people stomp there. I'm not sure. So he also like doesn't really punish that nair, even though it was pretty risky. That was interesting. I would expect Gravy to go for up throw up air regrab. Laudandus shields, so like it would have worked, but maybe Gravy thinks he saw that Laudandus was going to get to the ground pretty quick. At some percents, actually, she can even get to the ground before you, and then you're not like really at a frame advantage. So maybe he was reading a spot dodge. Laudandus also spot dodges a lot, so this is a good way to like be safe. A grab, I could maybe thought a grab would get spot dodged, and this would be safe on shield and beat spot dodge. So I think this knee is a pretty good idea. I could see myself going for that knee. Laudandus smartly shield the ice to the ledge. Gravy's trying to do some like corner pressure, but I'd like to see more movement. Just threatening Sheik with lateral movement is more likely to get something. And that was good. Standard. Laudandus could have punished that too. He does like a narrow shield. I kind of would have expected him to punish that. And then he also does a risky stomp right there. Stomp, pretty high reward. If you hit the person like at that percent, then you get a grab into a tech chase, a down throw tech chase. So that's pretty good. So don't blame Grave for going for it. Stomp is just by far the easiest way to get something started on Sheik when it hits, because Nair is really unsafe in this matchup. Back air won't lead to anything at 0. Looks like Gravy missed a dash on his grab there. So interesting there, they kind of danced for a minute and no one got hit. I would think that somebody would get punished in this sequence. See that bad shield grab and then like kind of risky stomp. Just whenever people like move across the stage and like exchange positions and something, it kind of surprises me that everyone got out of it safely. Looked like he tried to go for a 20GX tech chase there, covering like a tech in place with the up air, and then trying to dash back, but yeah, he was way too slow. Maybe he read that Laudandus would DI like more away. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. A really bad nair. I'm sure he knows it. Nothing to say about that nair. That's a greedy ledge cancel. A lot of times people think ledge cancels are like kind of safe, but they're generally not. So yeah, check that out. He wanted to like regain some stage position by coming in with a ledge cancel aerial, but it didn't work. All right. I'm not going to check chat till the end of the game, or the end of the set, I realize, because I'm going to have the YouTube video, and then I'll answer questions afterwards. So FD is an interesting counter pick. Traditionally, people kind of consider it a good Falcon stage. Nowadays, I think it's, for Falcon, it can still be really good, but it depends on the Sheik. Oh, that was really crazy. He nared like all the way into the corner and crossed up a crouch cancel. So what would be really, I'd say, the optimal things there is if Laudandus had turned around forward tilted, but then if Gravy were really good, he could actually crouch cancel grab that. So neither of them were really ready to capitalize on the situation. It's probably pretty weird. Not something that happens often. I don't really like trying to beat Needles with Nair, because even if they can't do the true crouch cancel, just ASCI down at low percents is enough for them to still be safe against it. So if you read Needles, I think it's better to go for Stomp or Knee. Still trying to space Nairs, and Laudandus saw that it was going to be a bad like high Nair and tries to shield grab, but it was spaced just out of the range. Gravy tries to do another pretty safe back air, but it wasn't good in that situation. It was just kind of low risk, low reward. I mean, medium risk, low reward. See Gravy's keeps trying to do these nairs, and they're just not really working. Laudandus isn't committing to jumping. Nair is really good for like air to air, but it sucks against a grounded Sheik. It's just ridiculously bad in this matchup. Easily the worst matchup for Nair. Right there, I think roll from the ledge was the right option. It was just a little early. Maybe he could have grabbed the ledge later, or maybe he could have refreshed his invincibility if he had grabbed it earlier. Oh, these nairs in the corner are really risky. If you're playing like someone like Shrooms, he definitely gets slapped between those nairs. Nair has like, here. Nair has about 10 frames between the hits. Maybe less, maybe something like 8. I'm not sure. But I think it's about 10. And jumping takes 4 frames for Falcon. And the startup for Nair is 7 frames. So it's minimally 11 frames to react to the Nair coming out. Then the Nair is out for a few frames. So that's probably something like 15 frames to react. And then you have 10 frames or so in which you can punish it. I believe with the jump and the move, Sheik's Fair takes 7 frames. So if you're reading it, that's definitely enough time. If you don't expect them to Nair, then you probably can't punish it. But maybe you can even with 4 tilt. 4 tilt's 4 frames. So I'm just noticing that Gravy's throwing out a lot more moves than I'm accustomed to seeing Falcons like Wizzy or me do in this matchup. I think beating Sheik is pretty basic. See, like that. That's what you want to do. Sheik loses to Falcon's ground movement. Like, I think Sheik has a better punch game than Falcon on this matchup, but Falcon actually might even have a neutral game advantage because his ground movement combined with his crouch cancel is really strong. See, he just barely dodged that dash attack, and he managed to get a grab. Doesn't follow up, though. Again, gets a grab off Laudandus whiffing a grab. I'm not sure what Laudandus was thinking with that up air. Yeah, I just don't know. This is a pretty crazy sequence. Oh my god. Let's watch that again. I think that runoff, sometimes, this doesn't sound right, but from experience, I feel like runoff nair on me often combos into double jump fair, though it doesn't look like it would work there. Coming down on FD is pretty hard. I don't blame Gravy for doing that up air, but it's also really not surprising that he got punished for it. Forward throw, definitely an accident. Laudandus whiffs to grab, and then he rolls out of panic. Oh. Okay. So, he just got wrecked. Let's do a small interlude here for 1 second. This is the player cam moment. I'll mess with the overlay for 1 second. You guys didn't see this. This was really funny. Edit scene. Okay, check out this Laudandus player cam. It's actually amazing that he didn't just tilt into losing the set like from this. Normally, once he's this upset, he loses. Ugh, what the fuck? Oh, intense head nods. So upset. He even said he felt like Gravy was doing all the things that Falcons do that tilt him, but somehow he played well even though he was mad. Okay. Alright, so let's go back a second. Okay. Head shake. I don't really like that Gravy didn't run to the left side of the stage there. Maybe he forgot that Laudandus was spawning on the right, but FD has a whole lot of space, so you want to kind of stay out of the corner during invincibility if you can. See right there? No, that's really bad, Gravy. I know you want to be cool or whatever, or you've theory crafted that this would be good, but it's not. Okay, spot dodge read, that could be really big. He could just like win the game off that, because I could combo into a grab. Down smash, not sure if that's intentional or not. It could have been. Could have actually maybe covered roll and spot dodge or something. Okay, here. See, check this. Down smashes, then he empty pivots away, and then he tries to do a space neutral air, but that just isn't good against Sheik. Like, on a hit, it's unsafe because of crouch cancel, and the trade doesn't favor you here either. Like, now he's popped up. Could have been even worse. I like that Gravy went for crouch cancel grab there. I haven't really seen him use crouch cancel much this set. And Laudandus is playing so scared. Oh, that's really lucky by Laudandus that he managed to get out of the corner here. But Gravy did some more nairs that... See, like, that was a cool little spaced up air. I like that. But, like, he spot dodged twice. Laudandus is scared. He's scared. But he's actually also really good at moving out of shield and challenging. That's one of his strengths, I would say. One of his unique strengths that no one else does to me as well as he does, in fact. And then he managed to just get out in forward tilt because Gravy went for another nair. Yeah, Falcon can't sweet spot. You could smash GI tech that though. And then either up B or if you're really good, maybe a wall jump back air. Aw, Laudandus looking really scared there. I bet that down smash was supposed to be a stomp. Man, Gravy is all over him right now. I wouldn't even say like Gravy didn't even play that amazing right there. But this whole like almost 20 seconds, Laudandus is just shitting himself. Okay, I like that. Gravy is threatening, not committing. Then he crossed him up. And then Laudandus rolled and he punished him. He's just like, it's kind of like, oh god, double spot dodge, and then his down smash on hit gets punished anyway. Oh, so chokesy by Laudandus. Kind of like reminds me of old days if you watch like Silent Spectre on Brinstar or something. Just a Falcon spamming movement and then the opponent being afraid. Or if you see Weed Lord play versus not so good people, it's kind of like that, where the Falcon's just running circles around him. Fountain, I believe that Fountain is definitely Sheik's best counter pick. Laudandus and Scar and some other people would say Yoshi's. But Yoshi's offers a lot. Here, let me talk about that real quick. Yoshi's offers a lot for Falcon in terms of wall jump recovery is good for Falcon. Randall's really good for Falcon. The platforms allow for really good kill setups for Falcon because you can short hop knee them under the platform, whereas on Falcon you can only do that at some heights. Especially against people who don't like shield or whatever, or don't angle their shield down. If people like Laudandus who like to shield drop, you can shield poke them on Yoshi's more easily. And Scar's up knee is also actually really good against Sheik. Sure, you can get out of the tech chases by teching on a platform here, but you also can't approach Sheik if she's standing under a platform. Like, you can't really do anything to approach Sheik when she's under the platform except for grab, which won't work if you're only, you know, showing one option. If you only have one option, the other person's just going to counter that. Right, so strong start for Laudandus. You see Laudandus is crouching a lot and kind of... Oh. Kind of thought that was going to work. So that's really unfortunate. That went really well for Gravy and not really because of anything he did. Okay, see the thing is Laudandus is jumping out of crouch, which is a lot worse than dashing. So he needs to practice dashing out of crouch. You can see that was in the tome. The tome being his practice regimen. See, Gravy did exactly what I said there, where he tried to shield stab Laudandus for not angling and shield down. But it's really hard on this stage. A lot of platform heights, even you have to knee on the first frame, or else you'll land on the platform, and that gives you a lot less control to like drift to shield stab people. So it seems like Laudandus now is actually just kind of outclassing Gravy in the neutral. His punishes have been not very good. He even SD'd, but his neutral seems like it's really strong. That was unfortunate by Gravy. That was really that was when he thought Laudandus was going to be better than he is, so he missed an easy conversion. Watch, he gets a reverse nair. Oh, easiest knee ever, but he does a wave dash because he thinks he's going to have to tech chase because he thinks Laudandus is going to DI well. But, in fact, Laudandus has chokes DI. Gravy's movement gets screwed up by that platform, but I don't think what he was trying to do was a good idea anyway. Let's watch it again. Okay, see, he's doing some nairs, but he actually had 2 opportunities to go for a dash dance grab. So, I don't think Gravy's doing a good job adapting to Laudandus' neutral game adjustments. See, Laudandus is like actually kind of controlling the stage and bullying him pretty well. Gravy again there. Okay, he stopped on a platform and he missed the L cancel. I'm not sure if it works facing backwards, but if you stop someone facing forward on the platform right here, you can drop through an up air, but since he missed the L cancel, he had to go for a second stomp. He does another nair, gets punished. Really bad job changing that nair plan. Also right here, he does this ledge hop knee. That's when you see somebody shield like that after, or just buffer a roll right away, they know that it was a terrible idea. See now, Gravy just spammed grab like 3 times. That was the 2 or 3. Back air. Okay. Yeah, 3 grabs. Pretty chokes by Laudandus not to punish any of it. Actually, there's a lot of things that are going on right here. Okay, so missing some grabs. He gets a drift in there. He like doesn't fast fall. He drifts in, which catches Laudandus' attempt to come in. He probably thought Gravy was gonna fast fall, and if he had fast fall nair in place, Laudandus would have grabbed him. Okay, that was cool. Knee in the grab, but then there's a bad platform tech chase. Okay, so right there, Gravy is reacting in with the tech roll in with the stomp, so that's a really good punish too. Looked pretty slow. I'm not sure if it was actually a true combo or whatever, but definitely something you guys should try to do. I've been on doing that for a while too. It's a really strong strategy. That was the most wishful grab I've ever seen. I can't believe he went for that. Man, Laudandus whiffing a lot, but he's just oh god, Gravy's kind of fallen apart this game in terms of strategic stuff. See that? Okay, like that stomp was pretty bad. He definitely should have gotten punished for that. Some random nairs, and then like a YOLO knee across the stage. Again, I don't mind kneeing when people are in the corner. I think that's not a bad idea. But then he kind of had the gentleman because it was a weak knee on shield. Gentleman or buffer roll, really. And then Laudandus just crouch cancels and grabs him. I like that. He does a really fast dash forward, and then he tried to bait something, but he did a full hop. Yeah, okay, so Laudandus just kind of cheesed. He stalled at the ledge for a little bit. Gravy, definitely with his pivot wave dash technology, could steal that ledge pretty easily. So I'm surprised he hasn't gone for it, because he's super fast at that. One thing I noticed is that Laudandus hasn't gone for any boost grabs this set. That's usually a staple of his. Maybe it's because Gravy is using more attacks than movement. Usually against Sheik, movement is better than attacks because her attacks beat your attacks. And right there, Gravy could have gotten more too. He dodged that double jump with that. Or he dodged the forward tilt with the double jump. Let's see, he might have been able to even double jump stomp. Right here. Oh yeah, that was a big opportunity for Gravy. I think Gravy tried to crouch cancel grab, but he didn't crouch cancel, and then he didn't turn around on that back air. So this situation sucks for Falcon. The most annoying thing is when Sheik's like full hop or double jump and then they back air, and you actually have to just go high and take it because they can drift to the ledge and get there before you anyway, so you can't go low, like from that same jump position. Okay, I'm not really sure why that worked. And then Laudandus kind of got frustrated and came up with this really scrubby fair. Definitely would have been better to go for reverse knee here, but it won't matter anyway. If Laudandus were... Okay, right there, that was actually like a pretty easy reverse knee. And if you let them... If you go for the stomp when you could have gone for the knee, you're just letting them DI further into the stage. Against a player with better DI, it would have made it much harder to do a subsequent ledge guard. Especially at times when they can DI and tech on a platform, which was not the case, but just something to think about. See again, Graves also missed a lot of jump cancel grabs, surprising. Maybe, actually, I was missing that recently too, and it was because I took apart my controller and put it back together improperly. Made the jump button kind of sticky. I can't really imagine how a player like Grave would miss so many in this set. Okay, so right here, Laudandus tries to like run forward and threaten something. Grave doesn't have any of it. He's just totally ready. And okay, right there, Grave goes for a pivot knee. I'm actually surprised he went for that option too, because 20GX knows that there are actually people who have talked about it. What he should have done is like a pivot analog jump knee and then drifted in. but he needs in place. So if he had done the backflip jump, which gives Falcon a little bit of extra height, he could have drifted in and punished the forward tilt. He hasn't actually gone for that a single time to set that I've seen. So that's a really strong option against Sheik. Because you can choose to retreat if it's not going to work, and if you do think it's going to work, if you're like pretty confident, then it just gives you more time to react, and you can outspace the forward tilt. You can even outspace like a Marth up tilt. The aerial drift with the backflip jump in combination with Falcon's knee is really powerful. So he keeps missing these jump cancel grabs. Finally smash the eyes, but honestly, even if you smash the eye, the jab, you still have a high chance of getting punished. Okay, this is really high level. That was really impressive by both players. Okay, so spot dodge grab, not that. So good smash the eye. The best thing to generally do is to smash the eye if they do single jab, and then you can try to wave land away, or you can try to like fast fall and buffer a roll. Also remember to try to smash the eye up and away instead of just straight up, because if you just do straight up, you're more susceptible to tilts. One last thing I'd like to say is if they double jab and you get 2 smash the eye inputs, you can definitely up air them, which is, you could literally start a death combo off of their double jab. Probably accidents by Gravy there. He spot dodged, and then he did a kind of lucky recovery to get a hit. But then he went for a jab reset when, honestly, for some reason it works a lot in Sheik players, but he ends up just getting up tilted. So Laudandus has the right counterplay here, even though he gets hit. Okay, see right there, Laudandus like gets punched for a second F tilt. Gravy jab resets, then Laudandus just smash the eyes and punishes him. So smash the eye on jab resets makes them overall a pretty bad option if you have any choice. Good choices to up air by Laudandus. He usually opts to end combos too early, but I think that was a really good idea. These nairs in place, even if they hit, they don't really get you anything, and they're really not nearly as safe as they look. Laudandus is kind of bad at punishing them, though, so... I mean, you guys have heard him whine about Falcon's nair, I'm sure. He has nair to need also, you can definitely DI out of that, but... Laudandus is probably pretty scared right now. I would favor Gravy at this point, too, even though I was saying last game how Gravy was kind of getting wrecked in the neutral. Oh, so many missed jump cancels. Double jump stomp there, probably not a good idea, but it was fine. I would have preferred a down throw. If you down throw with them on the edge of the platform right there, if they DI off the platform, you get a guaranteed like run off aerial, and if they DI into you, you can do something like a tilt, or you can even re-grab them when they DI behind. Gravy does a good job anticipating a shield drop and trying to dash dance grab, but unfortunately Sheik's foot is so big it's ridiculously hard to dash dance grab. Let's watch that whole thing again. Right here, yeah. See, like he kind of even baits Laudandus to shield drop with the nair, but then he still ends up getting punished. Laudandus with that greedy down smash, but then Gravy keeps trying to go for that empty pivot stuff, and it's really Sheik's foot is so big. You see that? Oh my god. It's just not working. Gravy really should try to work crash cancels more into his movement. He's only gotten 1 crash cancel punish this whole time. That was nice. I really liked how he got to the ledge, but squanders a really golden opportunity right here. This is just a lot of errors. So right here, oops. What would definitely be best would be like stomp or reverse knee from the ledge. Depending on how you think they're going to DI and if you can trick them or whatever. What he did isn't that bad. I like that 2 pummels if Laudandus wasn't mashing. That's a good idea because he wants all the percent he can get to combo him right here. That's probably, even if he were like that 6% lower or whatever, Gravy probably wouldn't have gone for the up air. But he actually wastes a really good platform tech chase opportunity by going for an up air. Maybe he thought Laudandus would no tech and slide off the platform with the momentum, but that is not the case. In fact, I'm not 100% sure, but let me look real close. I think with technique right there, you can actually do a perfectly spaced Johnny stomp, what I call him. You do a really fast double jump stomp, and I think you can actually cover all her tech rolls on the platform if she stomped right there. The thing is, the back part of Falcon's stomp, the hitbox is really big. It's like 2 or 3 times bigger than the front half. So you stomp like kind of close to the left edge of the platform, and the backside of the stomp will still cover the roll the other way. So that would have been really good, but I don't know. You didn't have much time to set it up. Might not have been feasible. Getting flustered and just going for some... Honestly, I've been saying a lot about how I think knees from the other person in the corner aren't a bad idea, but they haven't worked a single time. So he pretty much lost the set for a random approach right here. In fact, I think he did lose the set because of it. Okay, needles, and then kind of a greedy grab. I don't know why he thought he'd be able to grab right there. Okay, well, I don't know. Laudandus shielded and then he moved really fast. Maybe not a bad grab. That's really annoying. When you get down near the edge, it's actually like you pretty much always get forward tilted. So he does a really greedy double jump nair there. What's safest is definitely drop down and then double jump to the ledge. But Sheik players know that that's the option that Falcons will go for the most. So because of that, they're probably going to cover that a lot with like run off double jump nair or something. So going for a double jump nair sometimes maybe not a terrible idea. Alright, I will stop my recording for YouTube now.